Hello there everyone, and welcome to your weekly MTA plan work video for the Queens Subways and the Long Island Railroad for the weekend of Friday, March 8th, 2019, and lasting until Monday, March 11th, 2019. Springing clocks forward for 2019 on the morning of Sunday, March 10th at 2 a.m. Clocks must be set an hour ahead in observance of daylight savings time starting. Please try to go to bed early if possible Saturday night, or try to sleep in on Sunday morning, because they always say the day after daylight savings time, that's like the worst day of the year for car accidents. So just do what you can. If you can't, don't try to go out. I mean, I'm going out, but I know I get the privilege of sleeping in on Sunday morning, so yay for me. Also, if possible, please check the batteries on your smoke detectors. One more quick note, I didn't put it in the slide, but this is important. Due to the fact that I don't trust YouTube servers, this week's Andy Plays episode for Rocket League will premiere on Sunday, March 11th. Still the same Sunday, but it will be available at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. So if you are curious, you can do that. Also, if you're in Arizona, this doesn't apply to you, so it's only the other 49 states. And one more note, hopefully warmer weather is coming, and I'll go off topic again. I did look at the forecast. We're actually supposed to be in the mid to low 50s next week here in the New York metro region, so that's pretty good. And one other quick thing, spring will start on Wednesday, March 20th, 2019, when we welcome the vernal equinox. And hopefully, again, it means warmer weather. So let's just hope that Mother Nature is done. We'll go out with March on a Lamb. We thankfully have made it to the middle of the month, so that's pretty good. Well, I mean, it's still the beginning, middle part, but hey, we're getting there, right? We have a weather advisory for Sunday. On Sunday, March 11th, the New York City metro region is expecting heavy rain. Please use caution. Use handrails if possible. And more importantly, do not run on platforms or sidewalks while waiting for buses, subways, and trains. Now, with that out of the way, let's go to the planned service changes for this week. Is there any work on the 7? Unfortunately, yes. March 9th through the 10th, 5:45 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. Flushing Main Street bound 7 service will run express from Queensboro Plaza to Willets Point because of track maintenance. Other than that, there is no other planned work for the 7 this weekend. How about the N? Once again, this is also going to affect the R train, so pay attention, everyone. This is very important. March 8th through the 11th, 9:45 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday. Uptown N and R trains will skip 49th Street because of electrical improvements. March 8th through the 11th, 9:45 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday. Same time frame, Uptown N and R trains will skip Prince Street, 8th Street, NYU, 23rd Street, and 28th Street because of structural improvements. March 8th, beginning at 10 p.m. on Friday. Downtown N service will stop at 28th Street, 23rd Street, 8th Street, NYU, and Prince Street because of structural improvements. March 9th through the 10th, 3:45 a.m. Saturday, 10 p.m. Sunday. Astoria-bound N trains will run express from Queensboro Plaza to Astoria Boulevard because of track replacement. Once again, there is no M train service available this weekend to Forest Hills. March 8th through the 11th, 10:30 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday. Special weekend M service will run between Middle Village, Metropolitan Avenue, 47 50th Street, Rockefeller Plaza, and via the F to and from Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street, and via the Q to and from 2nd Avenue, 96th Street. How about the R in Queens? How's that looking? Once again, I will explain to you all. Local E, F, and R service available this weekend in Queens. So once again, for service to the Woodhaven Boulevard Queens Center Mall Station, you can take the E, F, or R trains. Will the E be available? Well, here's the time frame of the local service on the E and the F. Starting off with the E. The time frame for local service will be March 9th through the 11th, 12:01 a.m. Saturday to 5 a.m. Monday. We have the Signal Modernization Project, better known as CBTC, coming along the Queens Boulevard line. So that's why we have E running in both directions. Same on the F, the same time frame. We have the Signal Modernization Project. So that's why your F service and your E service will be running local in Queens this weekend. So once again, for faster alternatives to JFK Airport, you can use the A train, or you can use the Long Island Railroad if possible for faster service between Queens and Manhattan this weekend. Once again, another headache on the C line in Manhattan, which I am going to clarify on. Good news is, as far as A and C service going to Euclid Avenue, A service to Howard Beach, and of course Lefferts Boulevard and Ozone Park. There's no planned work in Queens. However, March 8th through the 11th, 9:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. Friday to Monday, downtown A trains will be running express from 125th Street to 59th Street, Columbus Circle, because of structural maintenance. March 8th through the 11th, 9:45 p.m. to 5 a.m. Friday to Monday. Downtown C trains will run express from 125th Street to 59th Street, Columbus Circle, because of structural maintenance. Reminder, C trains do not run overnight. To complete your trip, you can take an uptown train at 59th Street, Columbus Circle. On the G line, March 8th for the 11th, 9:45 p.m. Friday to 5 a.m. Monday. Court Square bound G trains will skip Bedford Nostrand Avenue because of station improvements. And one quick reminder, all times until April 1st, Church Avenue bound G trains are going to be skipping Flushing Avenue because of station improvements. You can use a Court Square bound G train to complete your trip. You can also transfer at Myrtle Woolbury Avenue or Broadway. Is there any work on the J line this weekend? March 9th through the 10th, 3:45 a.m. Saturday, 10 p.m. Sunday. Buses along with the E will be replacing J trains between Crescent Street and Jamaica Center because of station rehabilitation. J service will run between Broad Street and Crescent Street. Free shuttle buses will make all J stops between Crescent Street and 121st Street and will connect with the E line at Jamaica Van Wyck. You can transfer between trains and free shuttle buses at Jamaica Van Wyck E train and or Crescent Street J. For JFK Airport Air Train, you can use the Howard Beach JFK A station via transfer at Broadway Junction. So if you are going to be taking the J from Brooklyn, please note, if you want direct service to JFK Airport, please take the A train. Once again, with the reliability improvements, we have no L service between Broadway Junction and 8th Avenue in Brooklyn this weekend. So, once again, Rockaway Parkway and Broadway Junction will be the L service. So, once again, you do need to get around in Brooklyn. You will have that accessibility. So, once again, I'm not going to get into details about this again. Now, with that out of the way, we will take a look at the Long Island Railroad Service Changes website. Alright, so now we're at the Long Island Railroad Service Changes for this weekend. So we have two important service changes that we need to get to on the LIRR, and this is, of course, only on the main line. First up, on the Ronkonkoma branch, and I reminded everybody about this last weekend and the previous weekend, this is only for Sunday, March 10th. Bus service, the Bustitution, will be back, and it will be replacing trains between Ronkonkoma and Hicksville starting at 4 p.m. And I want to prove one more point later on. I do apologize. I want to pull it up for later on, and I will remind everybody about it next weekend, but pretty much the buses will be in effect once again between Hicksville and Ronkonkoma from 4 p.m. Sunday, March 10th through 12:45 a.m. Monday, March 11th, while track work and switch improvement work is performed in Farmingdale. Service will be affected as followed. Westbound, Ronkonkoma through Bethpage. Buses will replace trains between Ronkonkoma and Hicksville. Buses will depart up to 45 minutes earlier than your normal train times. At Hicksville, customers will transfer the trains for service to points west. Greenpoint through Medford. Trains will operate between Greenport and Ronkonkoma. Transfer the buses at Ronkonkoma. Additional travel time, 1 hour. And finally, for eastbound, Bethpage through Ronkonkoma. Transfer the buses at Hicksville. Additional travel time, approximately 45 minutes. Well, that stinks. And I really hope that, again, people took my advice and instead went to a Friday night or a Saturday night showing. In fact, some theaters were even showing Thursday night for Captain Marvel. So, wonder how that's going to end up. It's always next weekend, right? Now, very quickly, I need to address this. Is that we have Farmingdale switch replacement. Yeah, I did bring that up. This is what I wanted to bring up. Ronkonkoma branch. A couple things. Let me just pull this up for a second. Here we go. Yeah. There is a special daylight savings time scheduled this weekend on the Ronkonkoma branch. So I will read this. Due to daylight savings time beginning, the westbound train from Ronkonkoma to Penn Station scheduled to depart Ronkonkoma at 3:45 a.m. will now depart at 4:02 a.m., 7 minutes later than normal. So once again, here is the updated card. Card only list affected service. So you have to make sure you refer to this timetable for Sunday, March 10th. So once again, here are the updated times if you do plan to take this train. Once again, it is only impacted due to daylight savings time starting. So I just want to give you all the heads up on that. I will go more into this next weekend. I know, believe it or not, my ex Laura is actually planning to go to this. And I promised her next weekend for the service changes video, I would address the special schedule. So hopefully, if she is watching this or I text her during the week, I will bring it up that because she's interested what train she wants to take. Because remember, she lives in Mineola, so she would have to take the Ronkonkoma or the Port Jefferson branch. Because if she takes the Oyster Bay train, then she has to transfer at Jamaica, and then that's a big headache. So I will bring that up for everybody in general next weekend. There will be extra service available to the St. Patrick's Day Parade this year. And I will quickly make an announcement. I am actually thinking about going next year because it's on a Monday. I know it sounds crazy, but I can actually try to get out of Oslam on that Monday if I ask, because there's actually a lot of Irish employees in the building, so they'll let me off the hook. I'll tell them, no, I wanted to go. A lot of, I just like the marching bands. That's what I like about the St. Patrick's Day. Even though I'm not Irish, they have very good marching bands. And of course, another reason is to support our police officers because it's a big event for them and the NYPD. I know I can't be out there to support them because I do have prior commitments on that Saturday, but There is next year. So hopefully I will try to go on March 17th, 2020. I am working on that. Okay, lastly, let's go to the other service change on the main line, and this is also going to affect the Port Jefferson Huntington branch as well. The MTA has announced back on Thursday, March 7th, the closure of the Urban Avenue crossing in Newcastle as crews begin to rebuild roadway as an underpass under Long Island Railroad tracks, with a course for the construction of the third track project. The avenue will reopen in fall with the railroad crossing officially removed. MTA will provide free shuttle buses for pedestrians every 30 minutes. So once again, hopefully you should be watching this on Friday, March 8th, and it should be out in time for upload at 6 a.m. Eastern, with Eastern Standard Time, of course. But anyhow, Friday, March 8th, Irvin Avenue in Newcastle, which is in Westbury, will be temporarily closed between Broadway and Main Street as part of the MTA's Long Island Railroad Mainline Extension Project to make the railroad safer and more reliable. In consultation with the town of North Hempstead, the MTA is rebuilding the railroad crossing at Urban Avenue at a two-way grade separating underpass with a sidewalk on the west side. Railroad Avenue will bridge over the underpass and remain connected. The MTA expects the crossing reconstruction to be completed this fall. MTA Chief Development Officer General LIRR said, "We are working hard to be able to reopen the rebuilt, safer railroad in just a matter of months. Eliminating this railroad crossing and 6 others between Floral Park and Hicksville will make the area safer for everyone and also improve convenience for drivers and pedestrians." So it looks like they're going to be spearing up along the main line the next couple of months, and I'm hoping, from what I heard, this is what Matt Camper mentioned in MTA Prodigy's video at Mineola. They are working on getting rid of the grade crossing at Willis Avenue, so that's pretty good. I hope that does happen, because I know they said it is going to be closed off for a couple months, but we don't know when the MTA is planning that. Another question is, no, Mineola Boulevard won't be impacted. It's only just Willis Avenue, I think. Alright. Long Island Railroad President Philip Banks said the third track project is a critical piece of our efforts to improve the safety and reliability of the LIRR, along with the more immediate initiatives we're pursuing through the Long Island Railroad Forward Plan. Replacing this crossing with the underpass with a modern 14-foot clearance will have enormous long-term benefits to the Long Island Railroad safety and reliability. This is another measure that will eliminate delays caused by broken gates while improving traffic flow on Urban Avenue. It's a win-win for all. So let's see if there's more information. It's a click here, so I'll open that tab and see what loads up. I think it loads up a modern LI link, so I want to read that to you all. Alright, along with the town of North Hempstead, the cooperation detours have been established to get around the closure. Alright, so here is the detour. So right now, motorists headed south on Urban Avenue will be redirected along Prospect Avenue to make a left onto Union Avenue, then a left onto Grand Boulevard to Old Country Road. Motorists on Old Country Road wishing to travel north on Urban Avenue will be redirected to Grand Boulevard for a right to Union Avenue, then a right onto Prospect Avenue. Long Island Railroad Expansion Project contractor 3TC will provide a free pedestrian shuttle service from the corner of Broadway and Urban Avenue north of the tracks to Main Street and Urban Avenue south of the tracks. The shuttle will run 7 days a week, every half hour from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The contractor can be awarded initiatives for finishing the project on time or penalized for finishing late. Alright, then we're going to read the last part. Long Island Railroad Expansion Project will add a third track from Floral Park to Hicksville, reducing train congestion and delays and enabling true bi-directional service during peak hours. This transformative work includes several related projects, including the construction of additional parking garages, I know for a fact they are adding in the Mineola and improved station access, retaining and sound attenuation walls, improvements to rail bridges, and the removal of the 7 street-level railroad crossings in the corridor. Construction is being handled in a way to minimize the impact on daily routines, with extensive mitigation and public outreach efforts being planned in conjunction with local communities. The Long Island Railroad Expansion Project is part of a multi-billion-dollar modernization of the LIRR, the largest investment the railroad has received in decades. Once the work is complete, the LIRR will increase its capacity by roughly 50%. Together, the upgrades will help transform transportation across Long Island and provide a reliable, state-of-the-art rail system for residents for Nassau and Suffolk County. So lastly, let's just take a look at this for a quick second. So once again, they're going to make this underground. So that is excellent. I wonder how this is going to look, because I don't want to go anywhere near that next couple of months, but I'm curious. I wonder what it's going to look like. Maybe Matthew can try me over there in the fall if I have to ask him, and we'll do a video there. But I would love to show you all it. It'll be interesting. Alright, so nothing else really. It's just Modern LI link. So that being all said, that's going to wrap up this week's Plan Work video. Thank you all very much for watching. And until the next one, please take care.